How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Lead Therapy, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. Real quick before we get on with the video, I just want to thank everybody that supports the channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. I really do appreciate it. Colorado Democrats announced the filing of 4 firearm bills, and Republicans vowed to oppose the measures. The Democratic lawmakers say the bills will strengthen Colorado's red flag law, raise the minimum age to purchase firearms from 18 to 21, institute a 3-day waiting period, and remove legal protections for firearm sellers and manufacturers. These are incredibly important bills that will save lives. Senate President Stephen Fenberg, who is a Democrat from Boulder, said in a press conference, "We worked for months on practical language and with stakeholders, advocates, and gun violence survivors to make sure these policies will be effective and, most importantly, enforced." House Minority Leader Mike Lynch, who is a Republican from Wellington, said Coloradans want legislators to focus on inflation, education, and crime, not increasing government intrusion. Up until this moment, Coloradans had been free to exercise their constitutional rights to legally purchase and bear arms, Lynch said in a statement. "We Republicans are the only ones that are standing between these ongoing legislative assaults on Coloradans' ability to protect themselves, their families, and their homes. The radical members of the Democratic caucus have taken advantage of their supermajority to push through an anti-Constitution, anti-freedom, and anti-Colorado agenda." Senator Tom Sullivan, a Democrat from Centennial, told an emotional and personal story on his extreme risk protection order bill. Sullivan said his son Alex and 11 others were unalived and 70 others injured during the Aurora Theater mass pew-pewing in 2012. "I believe if this 2023 version had been in effect prior to the tragedy on July 20, 2012, we could have had a chance to change that horrific night," Sullivan said. Representative Judy Amabile, a Democrat from Boulder, also shared a personal story of being able to stop her son from purchasing a firearm after he threatened to commit suicide. "I believe this 3-day waiting period is going to have a huge impact on families, and it isn't going to save everybody, but it is going to save people who are in my son's situation. And there's a lot of them who have a moment where they think, I can't handle this anymore. And then they go and get a gun and they're dead. And then there is no coming back from that." House Assistant Majority Leader Jennifer Bacon, a Democrat from Denver, who is a former educator, spoke of losing students to gun violence. "It's always been important to be talking about the depth of this issue, not only from mass shootings, but the shootings we see every day in our neighborhoods. My people does lose a lot of people to gun violence. I want to say their lives matter, but more importantly, we're bringing a suite of bills to think comprehensively on how we can mitigate this violence." Lynch agreed gun violence is a concern and reminded legislators about constitutional issues. "We must care about addressing the issue of gun crimes, while also recognizing the utmost importance of protecting and honoring the liberties outlined in our founding documents," Lynch said. "Both Democrats and Republicans have taken an oath to uphold the state and federal constitutions. We must find solutions to these critical issues without betraying our oaths." It's been said before, and I'll say it again, no matter how many gun laws are put on the books, it's not going to stop criminals from committing crimes. And unfortunately, it's not going to stop people from unaliving themselves. As always, I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts about the story in the comment section down below. And as I mentioned at the starting of the video, if you guys could please help the channel out by liking, sharing, and subscribing and hitting those post notifications. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.